Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning. It's still morning, afternoon. I have to get out here and see some people. I know I haven't been doing word of the day, and things has been going good with my business. Things has been going good in external relationships, but that's no excuse. I should be feeding the people what I know, because knowledge is only good when it's given to other people, and also encouraging people to get the knowledge themselves. So that's where I've been at this time. I haven't been slacking. I've just been busy, extremely busy with business. You see, I haven't even cut my hair yet this weekend, but I'll get to that today. But anyway, I wanted to talk about being distracted. Now, I scroll through the timeline. I don't like to scroll through the timeline because I like to keep everything peaceful. I like to keep things. I started deleting people who I think is even toxic on the timeline, because we can't be talking about. There's real things and real issues to talk about. And I think what you putting forth for your mind, that's just where you're going. If you put success, if you put health in the forefront of your mind, that's where your body, that's where everything going to go. But if we're going to worry about distractions and entertainment, and that's in the forefront of our minds, then we're not going to get anything accomplished. And I have a scripture for that, Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. But before I get into the scripture, I just wanted to talk real briefly about things that's distracting us in this world. And I know I put it in the title, and a lot of people were looking at this, and they're like, oh, he's about to go in on Rob Kardashian, or he's about to go in on Blac China. I don't talk, when I do videos, I try not to include celebrities, because people would just look at the video for the celebrity and not for the wisdom that I'm trying to portray. Now, the reason I put these two individuals in the title is because they're a big distraction. They're a big distraction. From my understanding, like I said, I didn't look at his Instagrams or nothing like that. You have a guy here who's clearly hurt, and a woman who took advantage of him. The whole world should not be distracted because of that. Because you got things to do. Like I said, Rob Kardashian is not paying my bills. Neither is a Blac China. Neither is the Jay-Z 444 album, which I think, I heard 2 songs on there. I think that's a good album as far as economic awareness. But I'm not going to let his music distract me from my everyday life. I need to get wealthy. I'm not worrying about Jay-Z and Beyonce becoming a billionaire. I need to get wealthy to transfer this to my children. And there's no hate on them. I congratulate them and go on platinum and stuff like that, because I'm not a hater. That's one thing we got to do, is congratulate. But we cannot allow these stars and these things to distract us from our everyday life. Because think about it. These guys are multimillionaires. They multimillionaires. So if we allowing multimillionaires to distract us, and we not even hundredaires, we not even thousandaires, we need to focus on what we have to do. Because like I said, we focus on the wrong things. Blac China, Rob Kardashian, that's the wrong thing. Jay-Z, Beyonce relationship, the wrong thing. Beyonce twins, that's the wrong thing. You got to we worry about celebrity kids, pastor kids, things like that, instead of worrying about our own lives. That's why we in turmoil right now, because what you think and what you perceive is how you're going to conduct yourself. If you go to Mark chapter 11, verse 22, verse 24, Jesus said, if you were to remove the mountain, and I'm paraphrasing it, if you were to say in my name that this mountain should be removed, it should be removed. Because anything that you ask in prayer in my name will come to pass. So if you're thinking always about celebrity drama, if we are always watching shows about drama, and that's why we have constant drama in our lives. That's why we can't find suitable mates, because we're distracted. We're distracted by everything else instead of what we need to do. Distraction is real. Distraction is of the devil. And I ain't gonna lie, I get distracted. I like 2K. I like basketball. That's a big distraction to me. I'm not in the NBA. I shouldn't be concerned about salaries, caps, who's going where and stuff like that. So I'm not saying this to get on people who's worried about the Blac China situation. Yeah, I admit I follow LeVar Ball and stuff like that. That's a distraction. But when I started focusing on myself and started being more aware, like, okay, Those people are great, and it's good to be entertained once in a while because we're here to enjoy ourselves, but not to be distracted from what you got to do. It's something that you have to do out there that you're not doing. And I'm gonna get into the scripture about distractions and what Jesus said about being distracted. Now, just to give you the background in scripture, Jesus is talking to Martha, and it's also that she has a sister called Mary, and she's telling Martha that not to be anxious. So let me go into the scripture. I just wanted to give you a history of what the scripture about. Jesus is with two women, and one of the women get distracted. So we're going to go to chapter Luke, verses 10, 38, verse 42. Now as they went into their way, Jesus entered the village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him to her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who sat to the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she went to him saying, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her to help me. Now, but the Lord said, Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has come to good portion, which will not be taken away from her. Now, let me go in verse by verse like I do. Now it says, now as they went on their way, probably Jesus and the apostle, Jesus has entered the village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him to her home. So Martha got the master teacher and welcomed him to her home, and she should be soaking up some of this game, but she's so distracted with impressing him that she missed the mark on why he came, why is he sitting amongst them. So we still in and as she has I don't know why they're not showing the verses, but anyway, as she has a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. So Mary, soon she know who she is. She's like, oh, this guy, I'm gonna soak up good game. I'm going to sit by and I'm going to learn everything I can learn. So Mary knew what was going on. So, but Martha was distracted with much serving. So she was distracted with serving. She trying to impress Jesus instead of from learning from Jesus. She trying to impress him. And look how she impressed him. So when she doing all this stuff and she seen that Mary was just sitting there soaking up game, this is what she said. And she said to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? So she trying to guilt trip her sister. Like, Lord, do you not care that Mary has left me just to serve you alone, just to get the water, the ice, the cocktails, everything alone while she just soaking up this game for you? Then she said, tell her to help me. Tell her then to help me. So she just worried about being a good host, and she don't know who she got in front of her. So she telling Jesus, like, look, I know you speaking to my sister, but tell her to help me. Tell her to sweep up. Tell her to get some ice in this water. Tell her, just to, get your remote, kick up there. I'm just putting this in minor times. But this is what the Lord said. But the Lord said to her, Mary's the sister. Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. So he's like, look, you worry about too many other things. You're worrying about too many things. But one thing is necessary, he says. Mary has chosen a good portion, which will not be taken away from her. So when he said Mary has chosen a good portion, that means she chose to listen to it, and that would not be taken away from her. And the reason he said that is that, look, you choose to be distracted. That's okay. But Mary is not going to be distracted. You choose to do all these external things that doesn't have no substance, but Mary choose not to be distracted. So what Jesus is saying is that, don't worry about what outside things going on. When you learn, like I said, if you at work, focus on your job, and you do your job good ability, where that anything that your boss asks you, you already done it. then you irreplaceable. If you focus on your body, instead of worrying about Instagram models who Photoshop and have their pictures and don't look like that in real life anyway, if you focus on your body, if you focus on eating right, and if you focus on not being distracted by the fake Instagram world, then your world will be more elaborate. I have those cats, you know, even the guys, you know, they rent cars, they do all this, like, you know, high definition camera, making their life glamorous, but they live with their mother. You know, it's you know, when you distracted, that's how the people distract you. Focus. That's what Jesus is saying. Focus on what's going on. Change your DNA by changing what's in your mind. Then you can accomplish anything you want. This is what's helping me. When I figure out that LeVar Ball wasn't going to pay me some of that big baller brand money, I start focusing on them and start focusing on me. When I figure out that Steph Curry wasn't going to give me some of that $200 million, I started focusing on me and less on him. When I figure out that, you know, LeBron ain't going to, you know, give your boy $500,000 for nothing, and these people don't know me, and why am I investing time to get to know them when I could be intimate with myself and know what I need to do, not be distracted, read the scriptures, and build my own wealth? That's when things started changing around for me. So, like I said before, I'm not going to hold you too long, guys. Must not be distracted. Always keep the scriptures in front of you. Always. This book is a book of life. And, you know, like I said, in the beginning, Rob Kardashian, he ain't tossing your boy $2 million for anything. You know, some of that money that Blac China skimmed from Rob Kardashian, she ain't giving to me. But guess what? I'm not investing this into them. I invested this into the Word. I invested this into books that I could read to enhance myself. I invested this knowledge so I could pass on to my children. That's all. That's all. Do not invest time and energy in things or people that you don't know, and it's not going to invest in you back. That's where you get wealthy in life. Now, I would say, you know, don't be a hater. Be happy for them, man. Look, whatever they do, if they succeed, that's great, because your blessing is around the corner. But all you got to do is think it. You got to think it. Manifest it. Tell that mountain to be removed. Then it will be removed. This is not rocket science. You cannot, you know, be distracted by things around you, because things around you ain't always what it seemed to be. Everybody faking the funk, but I faith it till I make it. I ain't gonna fake it. If I was doing poorly, I'll let you know I'm doing poorly. I'm doing better now, I'll let you know I'm doing better now, because this is, you know, there's no faking it. I want to show that it's not even about me. I want to show that God is real and God is manifesting through my life. So y'all have a blessed day. Like I said, read Luke chapter 10, 38 to 42, knowing that, you know, how not to be distracted. And you have a blessed one. Peace.